Welcome to another Tiny Tidy Tuesday. This is episode 9, and it's a project episode. Well, me not doing projects, but trying to figure out a sewing project management plan of sorts, I guess, maybe. It should be really simple sewing this stuff. It's just I have to know where the stuff is and be able to find it when I want to sew. How's that? Welcome to Tiny Tidy Tuesday, an open playlist collab run by Sunday Dawn over at The Helpful Home. Stop by and check out the playlists. So, you will find the link in the description and the pinned comment for the other ladies in this week's Tiny Tidy Tuesday playlist. And as you can see, I am diving right in. So the plastic box is supposed to be where current projects and like my next couple of sewing projects are. But what it turns out is that's not really how that worked. And if I don't put everything in something in this box, guess what? I have cats and a husky. We have pet fur everywhere. So my goal today, you guys actually saw the start of this pile down here in the foreground weeks ago. But what happened is I just left it sit there. So I've got a couple of these like things that you get sheets or mattress protector type stuff that I'm hoping will work well for projects, and I can basically accumulate all of the stuff it takes for a project in one of these or in a bag or something to keep the dust, cat fur, and puppy fur, not that he's actually a puppy, but you know, keep them clean. Because like a lot of this, I've been washing things and then sticking them in this pile. But what you don't realize is that this bench is right in front of a window and my cats like to sunbathe. So I guess it's fitting that Little Bit has a little white bikini in her fur. Anyway, the other problem I'm running into is that even the plus size patterns I can get, I'm having to scale, and I've never really sewn much before, and the idea of drafting patterns scares me, and the idea of scaling patterns scares me. It's like, I know they should be simple to do. I just have to add a little bit of space in the plan. But if you can't even find the stuff that you're thinking you might be able to use to make the stuff, it doesn't get done. Because honestly, I'd spend all my time organizing this stuff instead of actually working on sewing. So, apparently that's my fill word today, and I guess it's fitting since this is sewing projects. By the way, if you guys know of any like project planning or project management software or something, like how do most people like track and figure out where they're at and what they need to do on their projects? It would be absolutely fantastic if I could find something free that could just be like, okay, this is the list of tasks I need to do. Because like for me, I have to sit there and break that down before because they're just, overall it's too big and it's overwhelming. So I would really like to be able to just sort of simply sit down and sew. That would be my goal. I've got to have one of the kids here if I need to cut stuff out, or if I need to do something with pattern pieces, because the cats chase them. Not so much Charlie, he does a little bit, but a little bit especially. So anyways, that is some Christmas stuff. I would like to do some reverse applique, like name tags. I use reusable gift bags, essentially. I use like pillowcases and sheets for gifting stuff. For like Christmas, they just come back to us because, that's how that works. And I've been kind of color coding based on the print on the pillowcase, but I would really like to have some gift tags. So that's that. And then there's some hot pad things that were from grandmother that I could just finish up and be done with it. And we'd have some festive stuff for the holidays. And then there's various things in here that I just, like, those are supposed to be insulated curtains. I just didn't get to it because I didn't know where to find this stuff when I went to make them. The jeans that are laying there is material to repair a coat. This has been my current project, is these stockings. And I know I'll find some black material in here at some point, and I believe I want to do one more stocking, and I think I'll have the fabric for it. I just have to find the material. And all of that needs pressed. So anyway, I just want to be able to grab a bag and have everything I need. I am going to have to do mock-ups and stuff, so some of the material, like that, it's a little less than a yard. Well, it probably won't be enough for a top for me. But what do I... it's like a lot of the material I've got was quilting fabric, or some of it's sheets, because that's a great way to get lots of yardage of material for relatively cheap. But I can also only use natural fibers next to my skin. So, like, I don't think I'm there yet, but on one of these, I thought it was a 100% cotton sheet. Turns out, oh no, it's 50-50 with poly. So I can use it for mock-up material, which is what I did with this one. And did you guys know that fabric's kind of expensive? So I'm trying not to waste anything that I can actually use for something that I would wear in a color that I would like and everything like that. So, like, that material, I don't know if it'll actually be... That's why you've seen me sitting here and debating about it. It is a split with linen and rayon, and I sometimes do okay with rayon, sometimes I don't. So it's one of those, well, will it work? Will it won't? Well, no, will it work or will it won't? You know what I mean. This is the sheet that I thought was 100% cotton. And oh no, it's 50-50. So, which I was planning on using it for mock-up material anyways. White is not a color we wear really in this house, although my daughter keeps being given white shirts and things. We have hard water. White gets dingy pretty quickly. But I could totally use it for a mock-up that I then turn into patterns. You know what I mean? Now, that lives underneath there. And then there was a bag you saw earlier that is embroidery floss and stuff, and that lives in that drawer there. Now, in case you didn't realize when you've seen these totes before, this is the fabric stash. I have 4 of these totes plus the army duffel, and they're all full. This is actually downsized. But the material that I don't know exactly what I'm going to use it for, I'm going to try and fit in there. I don't make it, but I tried. And my goal is to, as much as possible, just stash bust this next year or so. But at the same time, I want to be able to produce things that I want to wear. And that's where the project planning stuff comes in, because it's like, I need to be able to wear the stuff. So it needs to be in the right materials and the right size and preferably adjustable. And I'm trying to figure out how to get there with all of it. But for now, the cats have their bench completely back. They can share now.